Hey everyone, this is the recap video of the unit circle, and I would call this part 2. We are going to look at the coordinates today. And as a reminder, this is not a video explaining how to get the coordinates because we did all that. Now we're just working on being able to fill in the unit circle quickly. So first, I would like you to think about these 4 coordinates. Remember the radius of the unit circle. The radius is 1. And let's start with this one. What coordinates belong there? 1, 0. Let's go to the next one. 0, 1. Let's go to the next one. -1, 0. And finally, 0, -1. All of that is explained in detail in the original unit circle video, so hopefully you remember that, or you could go back and watch that. All right, then I'm going to go to a blank unit circle. We're going to look at these 3 coordinates. So remember the trick. I'm going to write it over here first. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Every single denominator, do you remember, is a 2. Every single numerator, do you remember, has a square root. We don't write the square root of 1 because the square root of 1 is 1, right? I mean, if you accidentally wrote it in, hopefully you would see, well, the square root of 1 is 1, so I can just write it as 1. Then I'm going to write it over here just one more time so it's really clear. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Every denominator is 2. Every numerator has a square root, and the square root of 1 is 1, so we'll just leave it as 1. So those are the coordinates for quadrant 1. And then I'm going to take this, I'm going to erase these for right now. And I'm going to take this √3 over 2 and 1/2, and I'm going to go straight over, straight down, straight over. All of these are going to be √3 over 2, comma 1/2, but the signs will change. So in quadrant 2, the x is negative, negative √3 over 2, 1/2. In quadrant 3, they're both negative. So we have negative √3 over 2 and negative 1/2. And in quadrant 4, just the y is negative. So √3 over 2 and negative 1/2. So again, all those coordinates are the same, √3 over 2 and 1/2 as the y value, but the signs change as you move around. The next one we're going to look at is the √2 over 2, √2 over 2, and we're going to trace that around. So we're going to go straight over, straight down, straight over. Quadrant 2, we have negative √2 over 2 and positive √2 over 2. Quadrant 3, negative √2 over 2 and negative √2 over 2. Quadrant 4, √2 over 2 and negative √2 over 2. Very, very last one, and we are finished, is the 1/2 and √3 over 2. So tracing this one around, we're going to go straight over, straight down, straight over. Quadrant 2, we have negative 1/2 √3 over 2. Quadrant 3, negative 1/2 and negative √3 over 2. And quadrant 4, positive 1/2 and negative √3 over 2. The last thing I want to just say is it's difficult to fit all this on one page and be able to read it really clearly. So one thing you might want to do is just Google the unit circle, and you would be able to just look at one that's filled in already and very clear. And let's see. And then you could see all of the points really clearly, right? So you can see your coordinates really clearly. You can see your, okay, that's not working for me right now, but the signs and just everything looks a little bit more organized and clear. on the one that I'm highlighting right now, as opposed to when we've written everything in. So feel free to do that and just kind of look and see all the signs changing as we've been doing. All right, great job.